Yay, we're here. Sunday fun day. Okay, so I just woke up and I was just gonna play on my mat, do my cartwheels and my stretching and my splits and my handstands. And I was like, I don't really want to go live. But then I was like, you know what? Let's just go live anyway. So here we are. Hi, everyone. Hey, Marshall. Hey, people. So I'm listening to John Gray, and I listen to him a lot. I really love him. He wrote Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, along with many other books. And I don't listen to many people on YouTube, but he's one of them. And I'm just going to be playing in the background, doing my workout, listening to him, and having a good Sunday. So follow along if you would like, but I'm just listening to whatever I want to listen to. So
your partner, she needs to feel that from you to stimulate a lot of estrogen in her. You know, she needs to get it. Okay, that's a need that she has. Now, women don't walk around knowing they need that, just like men. They don't walk around knowing that they need love so much. Men, I need success. I need success. But actually, you know, that when a man has sex and the woman is orgasmic and she enjoys sex, then the man realizes that he needs love and that he feels the love. You know, we all know I love you, but to feel that love so deeply, men stop feeling it, women stop feeling it, and women particularly stop feeling the need for sex because they're not getting a high testosterone man having sex with her to feel that desire, his desire and his ability to control that desire in consideration of her sexual needs. You know, basically for most women who are on their male side, they need a good 18 minutes of clitoral stimulation after a good 5 to 10 minutes of kissing and breast stimulation. It's hard to put it so technically, but I'm just giving you rough ideas. You know, we need to create time for her body to come back to the female side. And we know that for a woman to have an orgasm, her estrogen levels need to double. Okay, so she's over on her male side going, I can do everything. Well, that's zero estrogen. It's when you feel I depend on my partner for things. So you have him do little things for you, help you with things, ask for help. Even if you can do it yourself, but you can't produce estrogen and do it all yourself. That's what you can't do. And another way of saying that is you can do it all, but you're going to be tired. Why do it all if you can have helpers around? And, you know, when I used to, you know, in the beginning, before Bonnie got really clear about all this, I'd open the door for her for a romantic date. And she'd say, I can do that. I said, of course, honey, you can do that. But you do so much for so many people. So tonight, let me do for you. I want to take care of you. And she smiled and she let it in. Sometimes we need a little logic to let it in and come back to the female side. Yes, you can be men, women, you can be men, but let him help you come back to your female side. And that's the theme of a soulmate relationship. So that's a good talk for everybody who wants to zip off. And now we're going to do question and answers on that. And I'm going to look at all the wonderful comments that people have sent and other people that have joined us to start writing questions. But looking forward to Meditation Monday. Somebody says, I want to go back up on my comment. Somebody asked, okay, love from Canada. Curious Minds want to know if you're single and dating. I am single and I have a committed relationship. And so I'm not dating. I have a partner that I'm monogamous with. You know, that's a big subject. Let's just touch a little bit on monogamy, because so many people today, California, you know, polyamorous, and around the rest of the country is like men are like not wanting to commit. Women are not wanting to commit as well. Often, if they make more money than men, they go, "Why should I marry him? You know, I'll be supporting a child." So a lot of obstacles today, but one of them is it's very hard for men to sustain a sexual attraction to a woman. And if he can't sustain that, then she can't sustain her attraction to him on a sexual level. And without good sexual skills, I wrote a book called Mars, Venus in the Bedroom, which is all about sexual skills, which I highly recommend. Also, one of the keys, the bottom line of great sex life is in the mind, so in the body. if you are experiencing adrenaline response, that's a stress response. Basically what happens is we're stressed. If you're out of balance, to come back into balance, you've got to stop that adrenaline response. And you can't on a biological level if you don't have enough serotonin in your brain if you're a woman, and not enough dopamine in your brain if you're a man. These are like biological realities. So I have the answer to wake up, to heal of Parkinson's over 20 years ago. But it's nobody's created anything like this. I tell people at health fairs about it, and they kind of just pull off somewhere else because they all got their own superfood shake and whatever. But this is a superfood shake where the proteins from cow milk have become like mother's milk. You see, cow milk has 90% casein, which humans can't process 90% casein. It's what makes dopamine, so many a little bit more casein than women, but a mother's milk is about 50-50. If she has a baby boy, there's a little bit more casein. If she has a baby girl, she has more whey protein. And the body just naturally gives the child the right balance. So I looked at that balance, and I took cow milk, but I took the balance of mother's milk of casein and whey. Whey makes serotonin, casein makes dopamine. Dopamine gives you pleasure and motivation. Serotonin keeps you calm and relaxed. So let's have both of them in the right balance for men and women. And then put it in a form that can be digested, because it's a heat process, pasteurized. You can't get much benefit from it. So here you get nearly raw. There's just a little bit of flash pasteurization, just to make sure there's no TB in it, tuberculosis virus. So you get a little flash, and it's still undenatured is what it's called. It hasn't yet lost its potency. Then what you do is you add enzymes, you add water, and it's all in the mixture, just add water. And then it will digest itself. Digesting itself is the key. And I got to keep saying this. I know some of you heard me say it, but they don't do it. And if you're not doing it because you're in a hurry in the morning to take it, just make it at night and put it in the refrigerator. First, let it sit 30 minutes. And then put it in the refrigerator so you can drink it first thing in the morning along with super minerals. And that will provide the foundation so that then when you do the right things in sex and you do the right things in your relationship, you're not overreacting so much, and your body is able to find its balanced place. So I'm going to come back to reading the comments, but I just want to talk about that one. And my hug to America. Looking forward to the meditation Monday. That's Noha. Natalie, good afternoon. Eva, hi. Noha, hi. I'm going to kind of skip towards love, sending love. Oh, the quality she wants in a soulmate relation is love. It's to feel the love. You know, we can love our partner, but to feel the love and then say, I love you. And to be able to say, do you love me? What I notice a lot is that when women, you know, when they're starting to orgasm, there's this feeling their need for reassurance is even greater. And I want to suggest it's okay. Said you love me. And then the man says, I love you. It's such a beautiful thing. Thank you, Yasra, Bonnie, may she rest in peace. She's in my heart. She's in my heart. Wow, I didn't know about Bonnie. My condolences. Thank you, Tracy. Sorry to hear about your loss. Thanks for sharing and being open. You can hear more about that on my relationship talk on Wednesday, on my Healing the Heart talk. That's a really good talk from a couple of days ago. It's at my Facebook site on helping to process loss. I do eventually want to write a book about how do you say goodbye, because I wrote a book on processing loss, which is called Mars and Venus Starting Over. You know, if you break up a relationship or you feel a loss, that can, massive, wonderful processes in there, tremendous insight. But it didn't really focus on a long-term marriage. A long-term marriage is a whole nother story, at least in my experience, because, you know, I've created a life with Bonnie, 34 years. She's my partner in everything I do. And so now I'm doing it all myself, and it pushes all these buttons, you know. It's like a knife into my heart, and then I'll cry, and then I come back to remembering sweet memories. See, that's the whole thing. Don't deny your feelings, but don't just go there and indulge in it. I did indulge the first 6 months. I did let myself wailing, because it was so primitive, deep inside of abandonment, such deep feelings. But now it's all much healing has happened, but still it's like a knife sometimes. You know, I was just in the closet yesterday, but it's sweet to feel the deepness of love, because every time you process pain that's inside of you, you will get to a deeper level of feeling love. And that's how we grow. And you go to a deeper level of feeling love, more genius can come out. I mean, so many of my friends say, John, you just look great. You know, it's like you're getting younger and whatever. And that's the grieving process. You know, some people don't know how to grieve. They don't become better as a result. They don't grow in wisdom. They don't grow in love. You know, I get more love for Bonnie now than I did when we were together, except when we're having sex. When we have sex, there's no endless love from me. And that's what women need to know. It's only during sex that a man's estrogen levels can shoot up so high. And estrogen is the biological remedy that generate the feeling of love, is estrogen. And men, if they have too much estrogen and they don't have more testosterone to balance it, then they become angry or afraid. Also, when men ejaculate in sex, it's because their estrogen levels go too high for their testosterone. Some men never ejaculate because they have, you know, good testosterone levels, but their estrogen levels just don't open up. They don't go up because they don't feel, they're not in touch with their feelings. They're just sort of way on their male side, haven't yet gotten to the vulnerable feeling side. But, you know, most conscious men, they're way up in their higher self, which is both masculine and feminine. So they make love to their wives, their girlfriend, whatever, and they ejaculate so quickly because they have so much estrogen being produced. So you have to go through practices for that. I do have a whole course I highly recommend that you can go to marsvenus.com, and I have a course on sex. Mars Venus in the bedroom, 8 modules. It's a really wonderful course. That's a really good one for women who are wanting to, you know, make sure when you're dating a guy or when you're already in a relationship and you want to practice these new skills as opposed to just read them in my book. We also have an online course called How to Get Your Me Time that Lauren teaches. My daughter Lauren, she's 34. She's been in a relationship 10 years. It's magnificent. She's a happy girl. She knows how to put all this stuff into practice. She had good role models from her parents, and then she's a step beyond. You know, every generation can be a step beyond. I'm amazed by her brilliance. So that's her course, How to Get More Me Time. Not always the right title. It could be called The Feel Good Woman. It's going to be retitled that eventually, but it's an amazing course of putting this stuff together, and you can go online. You can take that course now. It's 8 modules, and they have, and you know, Lauren just put the whip to me when she made that course because I had to go over every word and go over everything. You know, father-daughter team working together. And sometimes she'd write something for it, and I'd say, Lauren, I have bad news. And she said, what's that? There's nothing wrong with it. She always wanted me to add to it, correct? And if I said it's fine, she says, oh, Dad, you're just being lazy. Because I can be lazy. Part of my happiness is I've learned things don't have to be perfect. I accept life the way it is. I'm able to go with the flow, and I keep my heart open that way. You know, we get into this stress place. We have a bias. We just start fixating on negativity. And that's why I invented the super minerals. Anytime your brain is looping, those minerals, the super minerals, they're bonded to mother's milk, a substance in mother's milk. They get into the brain and they help to balance the dopamine and serotonin. So I've got just 15 minutes more. So let me read down some questions and formulate what I'm going to say in response to those. I'm so glad that you're talking about this. I met you and Bonnie at your soulmate workshop years ago, and your love radiated. What a good message you're sharing here. You know, I appreciate that so much. And it reminds me of some of my wife's friends, because they will come to me, because I talk to them more, and they say, you should just be able to see the glow on Bonnie's face when she's in one of your seminars. She just, you know,